how you doing tonight? You know, I was going to talk about the case I'm testifying in, but I mean, it's pretty weird. They got this guy on trial for a crime he didn't commit. They want me to testify. I've got nothing to testify to. Um, Basically, they want me to go in court and lie, and I'm not going to lie for anybody, about anybody, to anybody. And I have no idea how to get out of this. I mean, this guy, what they have on this guy, or what they say they have on this guy, is that this Jonathan Sarver is that he did a home invasion and killed an old lady and robbed her blind. There's a lot with that story that don't make sense because there was no fourth entry. They didn't find his DNA anywhere. They have a fingerprint on the sink that belongs to him. However, he did do maintenance on the home, but he had no key to get in, so, you know, and the whole thing seems to me like they're barking up the wrong tree. The evidence is miles in. They say he was wearing a face mask, and they found his face mask across the street in some shrubbery. But they said the killing was a killing of rage because there was blood everywhere. But there was no blood on the face mask. How about that? You know, there was his DNA inside the face mask. His DNA, of course, is his face mask. I don't know even what to think of this. They want me to testify because their main witness is dead. I don't know what they want me to say because I really don't remember anything about this. This is 17 years ago. And that's the last time I seen anybody in Wisconsin Rapids. And the last time I was up there, I was just up there partying and stuff, you know. I really have no knowledge of this case. I don't know. I mean, other than his picture, I've never met the guy before. I've never talked to him, so who knows. But, you know, there's a lot to this case that don't make any sense. There was no forced entry. This woman was beaten with I guess some kind of stick or something, and then stabbed to death. Now, to me, that would be the killing done by a woman. My hypothesis on this would be that a man has upper strength, and if he has a stick thick enough in his hand, he'll take that stick and he'll beat that woman to death if he was going to do it. Okay, but a woman, according to the statistics, 92% of all killings done by women is they always switch up the weapon, which means the woman would hit the woman from behind, knock her out, hoping to kill her, but a woman would make sure she's dead by taking a knife and stabbing her in. And this, because they don't have the upper body strength to literally like kill a woman. They would want to make sure the woman's dead by stabbing her again and again and again. And it's pretty sad how on the same day of the killing, the son comes home and finds the body. The son comes home and finds the body. He hadn't been there in a few months, but decides to come there that day, the same day of the home invasion. They're trying to blame this. Now, John, how he falls in, he's the caretaker. They're blaming the caretaker, basically, is what they're doing. And it's both. And now the only thing they got to convict him with is he said, she said BS. I mean, they have no physical evidence. What they have is all circumstantial. They don't even have plausible. They don't even have probable. Um, they found nothing that was taken out of her home in his home. They found nothing to tie him to the actual murder, or even they can't even place him inside the trailer at the time of the murder. I mean, it's finger point is what it is. But who knows? I think maybe I'll do a spirit box session tonight. And maybe we can get a hold of Eleanor Roberts. If we can get a hold of her, maybe.
For that, you have.
Maybe we can find out if she's willing to talk to us. Because sometimes they're not willing to talk. Who killed her? What's the name of the person? Let's see here. Ghost tube, airplane mode, check. Anyone there want to talk? Eleanor, are you there? Eleanor. Is anyone there that would like to talk? It creeps me out when it's dead, because usually this thing is flying off a mile a minute. You know, getting back to this, I mean, trying to convict someone on he said, she said. I mean, I'm being bullied into this by the DA. They're basically telling me if I don't testify, they're going to put me in jail. Well, it's my right not to testify, okay? I want to stay out of it completely. See what it is, the way I got involved, and see, even though I never met John, I dated his niece for a while. And well, not really his niece, one of his niece's girlfriends is who I dated. But they think I dated his niece, and I never did. They're trying, but his niece is now dead, died of an overdose, and they're trying to say that I know more about this case than what I'm saying. I'm sorry, me and his niece have never talked about him or his case or anything. The only thing she's ever done is acknowledge who he was and the clout that's hanging over his head. For 37 years they've been trying to convict this guy, and they still don't have anything today that they didn't have back then. They've got basically nothing on this guy. But trying to pursue this guy, it sounds to me like they're out for revenge for something or another. It's not just a regular homicide case. There's more to it. There's more personal stuff to it than what they're saying, you know? It's more of a personal vendetta towards someone or something.
Change.
Is that you, Eleanor? Eleanor, is that you? Eleanor Roberts, is that you? That's the victim, so maybe I can find out who killed her this way. If she's willing to talk to me. I think they want me to change the subject.
Buried.
Buried. Where are you buried? You know, a lot of times spirits don't want to talk. They acknowledge you and they let you acknowledge them, but a lot of times they just want to be left alone. But you know, we have to find who killed this woman. Me personally, I think it was another female. I don't think it was John. It's too
Father.
Father. Yeah, random words. Um, Father. No. I think it was a female that killed this woman. I mean, too many variables to try to pin this on John. They've been trying to pin this on John for 37 years, and they haven't got no closer yet. Obviously, the guy didn't do it. You can't put him at the murder scene. You can't put him even at the home invasion. There's no proof he did anything. All they're doing is pointing fingers. His trial is set for next month. I gotta go and testify on what, I don't know. They want me to, I guess they want me to lie to this he said, she said BS, you know, and it's like, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, any good jury's going to see that all they're doing, you can't convict someone on murder on he said, she said. I mean, if you do, that's not a fair trial. If you have no substantial evidence, there is no way you're going to convict anybody of anything.
Help me.
Help you. How do you want me to help you? What the hell was that? How do you want me to help you? How should I help you? Okay, I will help you. How? Hmm.
Help me.
Is that you, Eleanor? Is that you, Eleanor? Who am I speaking to? Oh, well, I guess it was kind of a video about the case. I mean, it's not much to say about it except the DA don't have squat except he said, she said, and pointing fingers and very little circumstantial evidence. I mean, she can't prove a thing. She's hoping that she can wear this guy out so he'll confess it's something he didn't do. It's basically what she's trying to do. I've seen this type of stuff done before, so. And of course, the guy who's innocent as hell doesn't ever break. Now, if guys
Gun.
Gun. What about a gun? That's random. There's no gun in this case, so. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're trying to get this guy to break, and he ain't gonna, 37 years, he ain't gonna break. If anything, it toughened him up more. You know, I mean, only a weak guy will break, and only a guilty guy will break, you know, and it's like, obviously this guy is sticking to the same story. You can't get nothing on him. Let him go. You know, look at other avenues. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, you gotta look at who had the most to gain from her death. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that much about the case, but you know, you gotta look at those avenues, and they never did. So, and I wouldn't know where to begin to looking if I looked that way. So, but that's just, you know, the way it is. I suppose I just got, you know, involved in a situation without even knowing I got involved, and it is what it is. I guess I'll have to just do my best to answer their questions and see what the hell they want. So, because I'm gonna tell you, any conversation I've had, I really can't remember anything about anything, you know. So, I'm tired. I mean, I want to help if I can, but I personally have a very hard time with this because even though I don't know the guy, and from everything I've seen, the guy is not guilty. For 37 years, and after 20 years, if you can't convict a guy, and he goes on beyond 20 years, obviously the guy is not guilty, so I'd be looking at other avenues. But of course, you got a young DA and a young cop, and they want to make a name for themselves, so they're trying to pursue a cold case that didn't go nowhere in the last 37 years. They figure they can bust it. So, yeah, I mean, oh well. That's pretty much what I'm doing tonight. I figured I'd do a spirit box, see if I can get a hold of Eleanor. I can't get a hold of Eleanor, so we'll never know who really killed her. I mean, if they do convict this guy, it's only because the judge, the jury, and the prosecution are crooked. I mean, because in any other court, this wouldn't even be able to be brought into court because it's all circumstantial and he said, she said. Oh well. This is Jim with Life's Adventures, keeping it real. Y'all have a good night now.